and then I beat a Jund-like deck. It had Nighthawk, so.
All right.
It was Master Series players.
All right. Well, we'll let you go. We want to thank Adrian once again for joining us. Good luck the rest of the day. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
See you, Ray.
So
See you around.
we will let him loose. We got to get him ready for round 4. Rashad is playing Diplomat to some of our fans here in attendance. We are about 5 minutes east of O'Hare Airport in outside suburban Chicago. We're in Rosemont, Illinois. Known for
Rashad's trying to come.
Rashad's coming.
Rashad's coming around.
Hi, Rashad.
Hey, look, it's me. So what do we miss?
Well, what did you miss? They didn't miss anything. They saw
they were
good
here
games.
the whole
They
time.
saw
You
good
missed a
games
lot.
I
live.
saw some good games live.
Well, then, did you see good interviews live?
Yeah.
I did.
I guess it's kind of an inherent interview, but
Inherent interviews live.
Yeah. But we were joined by Adrian talking about his deck. We had just seen him play here in round 3 against Sam. Unfortunately, he didn't win, but he feels good about his deck. He's confident. We were talking about his deck decisions and stuff.
Boy, I tell you guys.
Maturity running rampant
Wow.
here in the booth.
All right, so did we let everyone know like how many players we have?
We do.
how
We
many
have
rounds
286
had?
players in attendance.
Did we tell them all the all-stars we have here?
We are joined our GG's Live
What's on the list?
debut in the booth, Kyle Meckler, banning you live from the event here.
Good bands live.
I wish I was exaggerating, but no, the
Let's
band
circle
hammer.
some names
But
for you
look,
guys.
This field is actually filled with a lot of popular players on the tour.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Owen and Cedric, of course, are GG's Live special guest announcers more often than not. Unfortunately, more often than not for
We have
them.
Pro Tour San Diego top 4 competitor Craig Wesco.
Battling.
It was Kyle Bachman's here too?
Is Bogdamus here?
I didn't see Kyle anywhere.
I didn't see him on the list. I went through the list earlier today, and I did not
But
remember
I
seeing
saw
his name.
Craig battling round 2. He's playing white, some sort of white weenie. I'm sure it's not too far from what he played in San Diego. He was battling against a Pyromancer's Ascension deck round 2 in the 0-1 bracket. So he was sitting at 1-1 going into this round. But yeah, Sam Black in attendance. We were just talking with Adrian Sullivan, another Madison player, also in attendance.
Brandon Shield.
Ben Rasmussen, another one of those guys. Brandon Shield brought some Iowans with him, in addition to, of course, Kyle joining us here in the booth. But Scott Bialik and Brandon Shield, they've been kind of traveling around, hitting up the independent tournament series and the Pro Tour qualifiers recently.
That's it.
That's it. There's
And
more.
me.
And Rashad, of course.
That's it.
But lots of good Midwest PTQ regulars. Michael Poske has been top 8ing quite a few events. Getting name dropped online all the time. Has a resplendent hair mail beard that he sports. So you guys would know him if you saw him. Oh yeah, hair mail. It totally is armor. It's hair armor for his face.
It's like Under Armour for your face.
Kind of.
So it's Over Armour.
At one point, I was googling something
Or
about.
are we wearing two things on our face?
And he's wearing it's like a rug on his face.
Why haven't I seen this guy?
Oh, you've seen this guy. You've seen this guy.
I don't think I have.
Oh, you have. Everyone has. Everyone knows him.
9th through 16th is a box. The first 8 are cash
Looking around the venue
prizes,
here.
as well as
Why don't we tell people about
Gen Con matches.
the series, the Master Series? Like, did you give them the lowdown? All
Oh,
the
we
events?
filled them in about Gen Con. We filled them
Oh,
out
man.
everything. We're running pretty hot right now.
Why am I even here?
The legions and legions of Rashad fans, and you don't
Why I'm here
you
for
don't
the
want
people?
to you don't want to disappoint your fans. We have Rashad Cam that is taking off.
Well, I mean, the Rashad cam is now the Kyle cam because I'm on the regular cam. And now, oh man, look at that! I'm loving the Rashad cam now. Unfortunately, that's the only token we have left.
That's it. So you better donate now.
I gotta make more tokens.
Yeah. Donate
so I
fast
owe a lot
so
of
you can
people
make sure you get it.
a lot of mailings. It's not because I don't love you or that I didn't see your email. It's that I actually don't have
And as we will
tokens.
continue taking sign-ups, we've already got one draft going. We are halfway full with a standard win-a-box, and we've got a couple people signed up
we were
for a
just
Legacy
waiting for round
win-a-box.
4 to
So we will
start.
have sign-ups
Round 3
going
obviously is
all
over.
day long.
We watched that here live. getting our usual cluster up by the pairings. Everyone anticipating their round 4 matchup, which we'll be bringing to you shortly.
Left, up, right.
So Type 2, you think we're going to see some changes in Type 2? I mean, Rise of the Eldrazi seems very slow, very expensive. I'm really not sure it's going to have much of an impact in the face of Mono Red and Jund and things like that.
Yeah, they have.
I'm excited at the prospect of new cards.
They have a couple of new stuff that people are talking about that might make appearance in some decks. Can't think of the name. 4/3 haste guy that comes back.
Vengevine.
There you go.
Yeah, Vengevine confirmed one of the cards. Not bad. People are speculating, like Bloodbraid Elf into a creature, and then Vengevine will come back. But yeah, you guys in the chat room, if you want to voice your opinions, if there's any spoilers that have caught your attention, anything that you've noticed that you think will have an impact on Standard, I'd love to hear it. I'm excited at perhaps the new format.
I'm really excited to draft this because I want to cast something that costs 11 mana and attack with it.
And play it, yeah.
And then I want my opponent to go and cast something that costs 12 mana. I'm like, all right.
And take another turn?
Yeah, maybe you don't want them to cast that one. That's not good for you.
Because then they get to attack, and you annihilate you for 6. But you probably got a whole bunch of 0/1 tokens that you could just sack, right?
Well, no, you probably sacked them to play your 11 draft.
You got more. I have a feeling you're going to have plenty of... There are going to be plenty of 0/1 Rashads out there every match.
I saw a card that a lot of EDH people were talking about that made all your instant and sorceries have rebound.
Is the enchantment?
It's an enchantment.
My problem is that it's an enchantment that doesn't affect the board at all. It doesn't do anything by itself.
Oh, it does
something. It does. The moment you play that.
You play one spell, it did something.
It'll do it again, but you got to play a 7-mana enchantment first. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the format slows down drastically, and we can power up some instants and sorceries. I don't know.
It's all EDH card people like. So.
But I don't know. My personal opinion is, based on what we've seen so far, the set's just too slow, which is on purpose. They purposely designed the set to be basically a total opposite of what Zendikar brought to the table. Yeah. The problem is it's just very slow, and Jund is this streamlined card advantage machine. We've come with all these aggressive decks, White Weenie and Red and things like that. I don't know if any of these cards can work their way into decks. Maybe a whole new archetype could emerge. I guess that remains to be seen.
Consume the Meek and Consuming Vapors. Consume the Meek. One of them, I think, is the instant destroy 3 or less, I believe. And then the other one is the rebound, that they sacrifice a creature and a rebound and you gain life.
That card's good.
Yeah, there's 2. I think those are the cards that they're talking about.
I heard about a Thoughtseize variant that's converted mana cost 3 or less. That actually seems like it'd be very good. But I don't know what its home is right now. Maybe it's a sideboard card.
You can't get Jace's. So
right.
I don't know. I don't want to get Jace. If I were a black deck and I played that card and I looked at your hand and saw Jace, I'd go. I guess I'll take your Everflowing Chalice.
Well, so now even in block, for all you Moto ballers that want to play the block formats, or perhaps play at Pro Tour San Juan, does Myers Toll get replaced by the new Duress?
Probably because you're not mono black, right? How many mono black decks are there in block?
Well, there's the Vampire deck in block.
Okay.
But right now it plays Myers Toll. Do you think that it would port in the new one and get rid of Myers Toll? Or do you play Myers Toll because of needing to hit Planeswalkers and things like that?
I'd probably play Myers Toll and sideboard the other one because, I don't know, what if the decks become like these huge decks where you try to get the 7 or 8 mana? What if that's a block deck and it's really good, and then you're like,
nice 3 converted mana cost.
Yeah, take your Everflowing Chalice, which is probably kind of good because they're like, I needed that to wrap up the 6 mana.
I really think the sleeper card in this set is that 6 mana triple Mind Stone. Everyone's giving me a hard time about that card. I think, given the direction of the cards we've seen so far, I think that thing's really good. And then you sack it and you Tidings. It's colorless Tidings.
It looks fun.
Yes, it costs 9 mana, but that card is totally fine. If not pretty good to above average. I think that card's going to be pretty big. So
the other
keep
big
an eye
card
on that
all the control players are talking about is Wall of Blossoms 2.0.
Oh, Wall of Omens. Yeah.
Well, we can't even call it 2.0. It's not really an upgrade.
Yeah,
it's just Wall of Blossoms 2K10. There we go.
2K10. There you go.
2K10.
That's fair enough. That's another card a lot of people are talking about. It's in these blue-white decks and other control varieties.
So now we're going to look over our potential Good Games Live here for
Oh,
round